Well, the union budget was announced last week, and along with it, a number of new norms pertaining to both angel investing and startups in India. Well, Davina Munro brings you all the news from the budget, along with a complete news roundup on our Starting Up news wheel. Over to her.
Thanks a lot for that, Sudhir. Time for me to bring you up to speed with the news wheel on the show. It's been quite an interesting week for the ecosystem with the Budget 2012 announcements. Let's find out more about the latest developments. Now, we all know how difficult it is to find good accommodation when we travel, especially when it comes to Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Well, Chennai-based Stayzilla, an all-budget stay specialist, has gotten funded $500,000 from the Indian Angel Network. And they're here to make sure that you get value accommodation wherever you go. They've penetrated more than 600 towns already and have tied up with more than 4,000 hotels. Well, let's learn more from the founder, Yogi Basupal. Yogi, welcome to the show. Yogi, tell us, what sort of business model are you working with right now, and how exactly do you plan to strategically mobilize these funds?
We would be utilizing the funds currently for customer acquisition. See, in the last 5 years, we have done minimal marketing, but we are clocking the sales of 3 crores, which has been predominantly because of word of mouth and repeat usage. We feel the timing is correct now to go to market in terms of for acquiring customers, and we believe that this would be scaling up rapidly in the next 1 year.
Thanks for that, Yogi. Now, some big news coming in from Budget 2012, some good, some not so good. Now, firstly, Finance Minister Pranab Mukherjee has opened doors for venture capital funds to invest in more than the initial 9 sectors allocated to. But in a controversial move, the budget has also announced what many are calling startup tax. Now, under this law, all angel investments will be considered as income and taxed at 30%. We have an investor reaction until we get more clarity on this from Karan Mola of IDG Ventures. Karan, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Avina.
Karan, tell us what exactly are the implications of this move?
No, absolutely. I think to start off with, I think it's very important to emphasize the importance of angels and angel investors for the overall investment ecosystem. It's only in the last 3 to 5 years probably that organized angel investing and investor groups have come about. And they're really what forms the backbone of the investment community for startups. One thing to realize is angel investors are typically people with, in large MNCs with senior jobs or successful entrepreneurs who are still running a company and would like to do a little bit of angel investing on the side. It's not their full-time job. So for them to be taxed at a 30% rate, it doesn't really give them incentive to work. The real joy they get out of it is working with, startup companies and, getting them to go to a stage where a VC can come and invest in the company. For every 10 angel investments, there's probably 1 VC investment. So I think that in itself should give you a sense of the magnitude of, what sort of effect this could have on angel investing.
Thanks for sharing an investor's perspective with us, Karan. Now, in more news pertaining to the budget, SIDBI has launched a new venture fund for MSMEs, which takes their investable corpus up to 5,000 crore rupees. Now, with the SME exchange and a new venture fund for MSMEs, there's actually been a lot of push from the government towards the SME sector. We'll of course get you more clarity on the much debated startup tax in the week ahead. Until then though, remember, if there's a startup that's making news, it's on the newswheel.